2024 U.S. presidential elections loom, early voting has become a transformative force, bringing unforeseen shifts to the campaign trail. Among the most unexpected turns is the swell of support for Donald Trump from Muslim voters, particularly within the Pakistani American community. This change is driven by concerns over ongoing Middle Eastern conflicts and an appeal for Trump's intervention in Pakistan to advocate for the release of Imran Khan, the country's former prime minister and a key figure in Pakistani politics. Many Pakistani Americans feel that the Biden administration's policies have failed to address the pressing issues they face both at home and abroad. Amir Zaidi, General Secretary of the Pakistani Association of Greater Houston, sheds light on why this community is leaning towards Trump. According to Zaidi, Trump's presidency brought economic stability and a notable absence of foreign conflicts, unlike Biden's term, which is perceived to have fueled wars in both Palestine and Ukraine. The Pakistani community is much more mature now and understands the stakes. At the same time, the Biden administration faces significant scrutiny for its approach to the Middle East. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has made several recent visits aimed at brokering peace, but with tensions still running high, skepticism persists. Trump has seized on this, stating at a Michigan rally that Muslim leaders now back his calls for peace and stability. Muslim voters can turn this election, Trump asserted, claiming that they are now aligned with his vision for ending wars and achieving a thriving, common-sense America. While Trump draws in Muslim voters, Vice President Kamala Harris has faced protests at her campaign events, especially in Houston, where her rally was met with demonstrators calling for an end to the Gaza conflict. Addressing supporters, Harris asserted, "Momentum is on our side, yet the protests underscored a deep disconnect." Many attendees felt frustrated by what they view as the administration's reluctance to condemn violence against Palestinians, voicing demands for an end to the Middle Eastern conflicts that have shaken the region. The political landscape has grown even more complex with a decision by the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, APAC, to retract its endorsement of Biden. Citing the ongoing violence in Gaza and Lebanon, APAC expressed frustration with both parties' lack of genuine support for a ceasefire and humanitarian efforts in Palestine. While the organization has chosen to remain neutral, it plans to mobilize voters, underscoring the low voter turnout among Muslims as a long-standing issue that weakens their political influence. "We believe it's critical to demonstrate our true strength in this election," AIPAC stated, urging the community to vote as a means of upholding their commitment to justice and human rights. With early voting well underway, Pakistani Americans and other Muslim communities are seizing the opportunity to make their voices heard. For many, this election transcends party loyalty, focusing instead on urgent humanitarian concerns, economic stability, and representation for their communities. As the election approaches, the stakes for Pakistani Americans are high, and they are taking a more active role in shaping the future they want to see for themselves and their families. In the coming weeks, as the race intensifies, the voices of Pakistani Americans will be instrumental in shaping the outcome of the election, highlighting that the path to November is still filled with many twists and turns.